Are you using LinkedIn as part of your core video marketing strategy? Well, you're going to want to listen to this episode today to learn why LinkedIn absolutely needs to be on your list of platforms to stand on today and how to do it best. We're going to dig into that with the LinkedIn video expert. Stay tuned. It's the Business of Video podcast.
You're listening to the Business of Video podcast, where the world's top YouTubers and marketers talk about what's working with online video. This podcast is recorded live on Facebook every week, and you can join us when you visit businessofvideopodcast.com. And now your hosts, Owen Video and Nick Nimmin.
Welcome back to the Business of Video podcast, helping your business get customers with online video marketing. I'm Owen here with Nick Nimmin, and we're live every Wednesday on Facebook, YouTube, and iTunes. And you can join us every week when you give me 5. That's right. Just type 5 into the comments section right now to subscribe to the show. If you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on YouTube or iTunes, just click that big old subscribe button so that you don't fall behind, but instead move ahead in the business of video marketing. Nick, so glad to have you here. It's been a long time, has it not? It's been a long time since we've hung out.
It has. It's been, what, like 2 weeks now, I think. Yeah,
has it been two full weeks since Video Marketing World?
We're getting close. Yeah, we're getting close. But hey, you know, I'm going to see you at Vid Summit here in just a few more weeks.
I can't wait.
I'm getting really, really pumped up for Vid Summit. I don't know about you, man, but for me, man, I'm pumped up too. I can't even stand it.
And your video sort of talking about Vid Summit was awesome. You know, for those of you guys that don't know, Vid Summit is Daryl Eves' conference, YouTuber conference out in Los Angeles. It's a massive event. It's really an event that brings together creators and businesses, brands, to form collaborations, get training, and kind of take that next step in your business. And you're going to want to check that out at vidsummit.com. Tickets are incredibly affordable. And get this, there's a Motel 6 right across the street. So I say, I don't want to offend anybody, but you know, sometimes the hotel cost, right, can sort of blow your mind. Right. But when they'll leave the light on for you.
Yeah, you go stay somewhere, you know, for a few days, and the hotel can definitely rack up to the price of the tickets to get into things. So definitely, you know, going on, you know, budgets and cutting those costs where necessary is something that you have to do. But another thing, though, the way that I look at it is, you know, going to these conferences and going to these events, you know, it's also an investment into yourself in terms of your knowledge and in terms of networking and all that stuff. So you know, it's also it's an investment. So.
It's a great chance for all of us to sort of hang out as well, right? Like we got to hang out, like Nick Nimmin was there. You know, Nick lives in Thailand, for those of you guys that don't know, so we get to hang out on the show once a week, but we rarely get to, like, you know, sit together, have coffee together, and enjoy the view together and really just talk about life. We had a good time with Brian G. Johnson, affiliate marketing dude. Steve Dotto was there, you know, and just kind of like nurturing those relationships. And I'll tell you, if you're in the video marketing or even the social media marketing space, you know, put Vid Summit on your calendar as something to check out. We'd love to have you there. Let's say hi to those of you watching on Facebook today. Alan Graham Medcraft logging in. Great to see you, Alan. You're hanging out. Amanda Robinson. Amanda, we need to get you on the show sometime, Amanda. Amanda's a wealth of knowledge. We need to have her out there sometime. Dan Norton, get this.
So speaking of events, so it looks like I was just getting ready to say you might have been getting ready to get that one too, where Dan Norton's saying that he's at Sean Cannell's Grow with Video right now, and he's hanging out with Todd Live and Mike Vardy at the moment, which is pretty cool.
Super rad. Yeah, there's some big players over there. I had a chance to see our good friend Sean Cannell at Video Influencers Think Media is hosting his first ever live conference in Vegas. And I'll tell you, I don't know if you saw the Instagram stories, Nick, but it's a full room.
Oh, yeah.
It's a full room, and I'm super excited. You do it, logging in on YouTube.
I would go.
What's that? If you were here, you would go?
Yeah, if I was in the States, man, I would definitely be at that. I mean, that's, you know, like Sean is an A-level player, and he brings A-level information and A+. And, I would totally be there if I was in the States.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. I've got a stream right now with you, and then I've got a stream with TubeBuddy, and after that, I am jumping on an airplane and I'm headed out to hang out to the VIP party. And then there's a mastermind group after the event that Sean Cannell is hosting. It's invite only, so I'm privileged to have received an invite to that, and I did go ahead. I mean, it's like you said, when Sean Cannell says, "Hey, mastermind with me in this private group," then of course. Right. You sign up for that. You sign up for that. Guys, I can't stress enough how important education is and continually learning and growing and being a part of the community is so, so important. Mark State logging in on Facebook. Great to see you. Dan Norton, Marcus Campbell, Amanda Robinson saying airplane life. Yeah, I'm flying Spirit Air this time. Have you ever flown Spirit Air, Nick?
I have not, no.
It's an interesting airline because I think Tech Fusion, good to see you. It's you got to pay for everything. Have you guys ever flown Spirit Air? Let me know in the comment section if you've ever flown Spirit Air. Like, I heard a lot of negative things, right? People are like, oh, it's this horrible airline, and it's like, come on, guys, every airline in America is a horrible airline. Let's face it. Let's just face that fact.
Every airline on Earth.
Yeah, it's never like, oh, I really enjoyed being cattled around like that. That was phenomenal again. But I'm getting this Spirit Air ticket, and they're like, do you want to bring luggage? And I'm like, well, they must mean checking a bag. And they're like, no, seriously, if you want to bring any luggage at all, it's an additional fee. If you want to check a bag, it's an additional fee. There is no food on the flight. If you want coffee or whatever, there's an additional fee. So get this. My wife prints out, like, I don't even know where she printed it out. I have no idea where this printer came from. We don't have any printers in this house because it's ridiculous to own a printer in 2018. But she's got my boarding pass, and she says, you have to print out your boarding pass because if you print one out at the airport, they'll charge you $10.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
So
basically, you print out the boarding pass, you go wearing like 8 shirts, wearing like 2 pairs of pants.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you don't have to pack anything. You just got it all, like, wear it on your body to get on the plane.
It reminds me of that kid from A Christmas Story, right? He's like, I can't put my arms down. You know what I mean? Like, I'm wearing all my clothes. I'm, in the chair. Well, I love the idea of Spirit Air. Spirit Air is kind of like, hey, you think you're paying too much for flights? Then fine. Well, yeah, Mark State is saying, get your own peanuts. So it's gonna be an experience. It's gonna be an experience, and I can't wait to try it out. Hey, we've got a great show for you guys today. We won't be talking about Spirit Air. We won't be talking anymore about conferences. We're gonna be talking about LinkedIn. And the LinkedIn video strategy that you need to know about. Nick, have you been seeing all of this momentum happening with LinkedIn video?
I have, and with me personally, I need to get my game together. I need to put my game face on and go after LinkedIn as well, because there's tons of opportunity on LinkedIn, and I think it's something that's not being capitalized on right now. And just like everything else, I think that seeing that and being the first. I mean, there's already the first people in there that are just crushing it, but just being a part of that group, is definitely advantageous.
I think that you're absolutely right about that. There is a whole group of creators on LinkedIn that are producing, really simple but high quality video from their Canon 80Ds inside the comfort of their own offices. There's not a real emphasis on production value. It's a real emphasis on content and getting it out there. John Lincoln is one of my favorite business creators on LinkedIn, always using it to generate leads. Jack Kozakowski, who's been a guest on this show in the first season, doing some great stuff, getting like 17,000 views on some of his videos within 24 hours. Sean Cannell does very well on LinkedIn video, but I don't know much about it. I've uploaded a couple flicks. I had one. Hey, Jeff Adams, logging in. Great to see you. I had one video got 500 views in 24 hours, which for me, was pretty good. And so it's got me thinking about it. Paul Peck Drywall Tube is saying I've been on LinkedIn for 9 years. Yeah, man, I was on LinkedIn since the beginning, but I'm not there every day anymore. You know what I mean? Like, and I'd like to be.
I secured the name over there, set up a profile, that whole thing. But in terms of being active, like every now and then, maybe like once a week, maybe once every couple of weeks, I'll check in, kind of see what's going on, see if anybody's added me or like whatever. And then like that's pretty much it. So shame Shame on us, Owen.
Well,
for,
it is.
for
I am
looking
ashamed.
into that.
I am ashamed. And the great Redeemer, Anthony Ambriz, is going to be here today to eliminate our shame and our fears on LinkedIn video. Before we bring him on, I want to ask you, our audience watching us live on Facebook or YouTube, are you using LinkedIn video? And if so, how? Let us know in the comment section. We'd love to share your comments with the rest of the audience. Now, if Lily Tree, great to see you out there.
Dang,
now, if you
Lily.
hear a great truth bomb on the show today, I want you to enter the hashtag bomb in the comments below and then share the tip you hear. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to be giving away a sweet, one-of-a-kind Owen Video trucker hat to one lucky winner who is using the hashtag bomb. So use the hashtag bomb, and you won't actually win this hat. We have a fresh hat. I have a fresh hat for you. This is my display hat, but doesn't that look nice?
It does. It does. Eastbound and down, man. I see you coming. You know?
He's right. He's right. So if you want to win an Owen Video hat, use the hashtag bomb when you hear a truth bomb today. I'm pumped for the show. We've got Anthony Ambriz logging in. We're going to bring him on in just a second. But first, we want to give a big shout out to our sponsor, the Business Owner's Guide to YouTube. Do you want to master YouTube to make more sales and grow your business? Well, download our free guide, the YouTube Guide for Business Owners. In this short, easy-to-read PDF guide, you'll get a scripting template to use for your company. You'll understand how to set up a simple background set so that your camera view is not distracting, and you'll learn the secrets to optimizing your video on YouTube to hit your target audience. Download it free at youtubetoolkit.com. Don't wait. Do it today. Our guest today is a social media video marketing strategist, coach, and consultant at vidstrategy.com. He's created content that has generated over 500 million organic views and over $20 million in sales for his clients. He's the founder of Digital Creators, an organization empowering Utah creators with the resources to learn, network, and create. It's a great group, by the way. He won't let me speak there, though. It's like a personal thing. He's also an expert in crowdfunding, having consulted over 40 crowdfunding campaigns, which have generated 7 figures on Kickstarter and Indiegogo. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our guest today, Anthony Ambriz. Anthony, great to have you on the show today.
Oh, man, it's great to be here. It's great to be back.
Loving the studio. It looks fantastic. Where are you streaming from today?
So this is my office. Right now there's barely any furniture in it. But I did get interior design to come through, do the whole layout. So for Christmas, I'm buying me a couch, entertainment center, all the goods, doing it big here. It's my second home, basically.
Nice.
Yeah, well,
entertainment center sounds productive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for the naps and the breaks.
So when did you and your wife start fighting? You know what? That's a whole different thing. Let's not even. Let's not.
Is that for the other podcast you got going?
Yeah, exactly. The marriage podcast. Very good. You're following my content. Anthony, glad to have you here. I'm going to jump right in. Why does LinkedIn video matter?
Okay, I think overall LinkedIn matters, and I would say one of the main reasons is that 90% of the people on LinkedIn are real people. It's hard to sort of fake a whole profile and try to do that whole thing. You can tell right away if someone's a scam artist, and they're pretty real about that too. Sometimes you'll see their scam company set up in their profile. But then with video on LinkedIn, 75% of the people are watching that.
Yeah,
that's the highest engaging content on the platform, and it's the Wild West right now, so anyone could be the sheriff. You basically have this open field to just do anything you want, experiment, have some fun, and it's only a year old. And I know everyone got pretty excited about IGTV. It's no, LinkedIn video is where you need to go, especially if you're a business owner and you're a freelancer and you're trying to get clients, make money. LinkedIn is where people have money. Those are people who have jobs and they have a professional profile.
Yeah.
And they're all there.
Yeah. Yeah, some great points there. And if you've got questions, V Reacts is logging in on YouTube. Great to see you, V. If you've got questions, comments, or concerns about LinkedIn video and you want to ask them to us live, go ahead and type those in the comment section. We're going to do our best to get to all of your questions today in part 3 of this interview. Part 1, Anthony, I just kind of want to lay out the landscape a little bit. Talk to us a little bit about what's working with LinkedIn video. Is this a place for YouTube-y type, hey everybody, I'm a YouTuber kind of stuff, or is it a boring video platform? Talk to us a little bit about what's working, what you're seeing on LinkedIn, and what types of video styles are working.
Yeah, so from what I've seen so far, usually hitting 3 main categories when it comes to, or themes when it comes to doing video on LinkedIn or even content.
Okay.
And those are brand awareness, then lead generation, and then thought leadership. And so with brand awareness, that's where you start to get very personal about what you're doing in your life. So you can start diving into this vlog realm of sorts, getting intimate about your business, about how it is to be an employer for someone or employee. And so you brand yourself apart from everyone else. On the thought leadership side, you can show your expertise. And so I see a lot of content that's just providing value and teaching a certain topic, basically how-to videos. And then with your lead generation, it's you selling your services or your product. So I'm seeing content of that nature where it's showing the product, showing the features of what it offers, how it solves people's problems, and the services that you can provide to solve people's problems as well.
That's great.
So
Fantastic.
Those are the 3 types of themes that I see often on
Major
LinkedIn.
truth bomb there. And remember, guys, use the hashtag bomb in the comment section down below. We're going to pick one lucky winner by the end of the show to walk away with the custom Owen video a hat. That's right, folks. It could be yours. Use the hashtag bomb. We're talking with Anthony Ambriz, who's a LinkedIn video expert. We got a great question that comes in from Marcus Campbell. Mark is asking, do you want to repurpose YouTube and Facebook content or make your own special LinkedIn content? Great question for Anthony Ambriz.
Yeah, definitely. And that is one of the points I'm definitely going to talk about when it comes to repurposing, because one of the things that people do is that they think that they can just grab the old catalog that lives either on Facebook or on YouTube and then just upload it to LinkedIn and see what happens. You can, and you'll see what happens. There are some nuances to creating LinkedIn content and LinkedIn video content, and you do need to know what those are. And so if you're going to repurpose it, you will do some tweaks, some edits to your video, and then upload that.
Great points. Let's talk about some of those things. So what makes a great LinkedIn video? What are some of the processes that we should follow to make a great LinkedIn video?
Yeah, definitely. So it's having a goal in mind. So I usually say stick to one of those 3 themes. If you're going to create content, make it either be about brand awareness, make it be about thought leadership, or make it be about lead gen. So stay focused. Make sure that the video is only hitting one topic, that you're not making it this rant where you're hitting multiple topics. Then from there, every video should be captioned. LinkedIn does provide an SRT file that you can upload. So make sure every video is captioned. I still prefer doing the hard encode, putting the graphics, my subtitles, my own captions in the video already when I upload it.
Yeah.
Because LinkedIn video is still sort of buggy. I mean, the number one thing though is please upload natively to LinkedIn.
Okay.
LinkedIn is squashing YouTube links, and also YouTube links. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but mostly everything auto plays on LinkedIn, and in a video that's linked, a YouTube video that's linked on LinkedIn, if it auto plays, or if a YouTube video auto plays anywhere, you don't get any of those views. YouTube doesn't count any auto played views anywhere.
Interesting. Interesting.
So yeah, upload natively to LinkedIn. Make sure it's captioned, and then don't just upload a video and not put anything in the description. Use that description to tag people, to tag companies, to put hashtags that are relative to, or they're related to the content, and that are targeting certain topics that you want people to be looking at. And all that is all SEO for LinkedIn and even Google. Google actually crawls through LinkedIn to see what's posted on there.
Fantastic points.
Nice.
I wouldn't have.
So LinkedIn video, what you're saying is LinkedIn has discovery built in, so you can tap into the search engines as well with LinkedIn?
Yes.
Nice.
So is that
Nice.
to say a
That's
LinkedIn
fantastic.
video will rank on Google or rank on Bing? Is that what it's called, Bing? Is that
Yeah.
is that the name of it? Okay. Yeah, just making sure. Just making sure.
Is that Ask Jeeves still a thing?
Yeah, yeah. Ask Jeeves. Who remembers Ask Jeeves? Put a yes or a no in the comment section right now. I remember Ask Jeeves for sure. That was back in the day. Want to say give a big shout out to Steve Dotto logging in. Great to see you, Steve. Baller, shot caller. Steve Dotto, great to see you on the show. Ross Brand, another big player in the field. Great to have you out here. Mark State is saying bomb direct upload. And that's versus sharing it right onto LinkedIn. Anthony, talk to us a little bit about the ability of a LinkedIn video to rank on Google. So when I go in and I type in something like how to have amazing pecs, I'll find Nick Nimmin's video.
So some of the nuances again, like that I did want to mention is like that description is being crawled like on your LinkedIn video posts, on any post that you're doing on LinkedIn, your articles and all that stuff. So Google's looking at that, pulling it and seeing if it's relevant to people. And so if you're trying to get traffic there, you're going to basically do what you do with YouTube. You're going to try to bring traffic externally onto your platform, and this time being LinkedIn. And so, I mean, if you Google search me, the first thing that usually pops up is my LinkedIn profile, because that's where I tend to be the most active. And then, so it's just using those keywords that you're talking about in your video. So having that description be filled with something. Now, one thing to know is that when you're doing a video native upload, your first frame is going to be your thumbnail for that video.
Mm-hmm.
And then also the first line should be sort of looked at as, and the way to make that stand out is like you can add emojis. Emojis are the thing on LinkedIn. People love emojis. So
that's interesting. I wouldn't have guessed that.
Points and make it happen. Yeah.
I wouldn't have guessed that either.
Yeah. Now, how many? Okay, a lot of questions there. I don't know if you guys are out there listening. We just dropped a lot of major truth bombs here. So that's really interesting. Some of the things you just said. First of all, you talked about the first frame of the video. The first frame is the thumbnail, so you're not able to add custom thumbnails to LinkedIn. Is that correct?
Not at this moment.
Okay, so the first frame. Now, does that frame? I mean, a frame is what, like 1/15th of a second, right? Essentially, or 1/30th of a second. I love the lower third, by the way. Does LinkedIn video even work, bro? That's amazing. So Anthony, can it be just literally one frame, or does it need to be 1 second, 3 seconds of that image to get the thumbnail you want?
So I've like, yeah, it's the first frame. So the thing to understand too is that you don't have to go all out and pull out the DSLR setup, the microphone, all that. You can just use an iPhone app or an Android app that does video and then go from there. Even LinkedIn has its own native camera within the app that you can just go sort of live, but you're basically recording your video beforehand and then uploading it. And then there's also other. I only know the iPhone apps. I'm sorry, I'm not a big Android guy. But Clips is a great app to use. Clip-O-Matic also. Yeah. Both those do speech to text, which is great because then it captures it for you already. And that's a lot of the things that a lot of LinkedIn video creators are using to create their content.
Amazing tips there. I know Pelpina. I can't remember her last name. Do you know Pelpina?
Does she do?
She does LinkedIn video. She's fantastic. I met her from a friend of a friend. She's out in South America, I believe. She might even be in Europe, but everything she does seems to be on Apple Clips, where when you talk, it automatically captions the video for you. So is LinkedIn a silent mode platform as well? Like as soon as you watch the video, you're going to watch it in silence?
Yeah, there's a lot of similarities to Facebook video when it first came out. That it auto plays It's not playing audio. So some of those same principles work where you have to capture people's attention right away and be like, hey, just be Owen.
You're the first person that's ever said that, by the way. Most people are like, just tone it down. Like, just tone it down and you'll be fine.
Take it to 11 at the very beginning and get people's attention. Because the views are, again, the 3 seconds. Those 3 seconds are your view count.
Okay.
So that's the thing that is showing right there. Like that's counting the view. The other nuance I would say that of LinkedIn video that's sort of annoying right now is that when it comes to analytics, you'll have them for a month and then they'll go away.
That sucks.
You won't be able to see them anymore.
So the analytics are expire in 30 days.
It feels that way right now. Like I can't go back to my old content and then pull up the analytics on it anymore. So I can't even tell like how many views it's still getting, if it's getting views. But
now
there are certain
that took place after they put the new rules in place for the privacy data recently.
Is that what that was?
Is that something new, or is that always been that way?
I don't know, honestly. Like that. I mean, that could be a possibility.
I thought you were an expert. Where's our sound effects? I need like the cricket chirping at those. At there it is. There it is. Melissa did it. She did it. We got the sound effects. Every week, folks, that's right. We're moving it forward. Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting platform because it seems to work similarly to the other platforms, and yet it's got these, like you mentioned, it's nuanced differences that are sort of a part of that. I want to get into your big 3 LinkedIn video strategies, and we're gonna do that coming up. But first, I want to just go back to our audience. Travis Vallejo is saying the Splice app is solid, and Splice, I believe, is an Android app. You can use it with Bing. You can find it on Bing. And what it does is it actually does a lot of different stuff. It adds captions. It helps you like chop up your videos in a bunch of different ways. Marcus Harris is asking, what do you mean upload natively? What does that mean, Anthony Ambriz, LinkedIn expert?
Yeah, that's uploading it directly to LinkedIn. LinkedIn on your desktop or on the app has a little camera feature, or it has a little video icon. You click on it, and you can just upload your video right into LinkedIn.
Right. Okay, so that's when you upload directly to the native app. How about Ross Brand is saying for uploaded video, I've had 10 times the views on LinkedIn. That's phenomenal. Like I just haven't experienced that yet. But truth be told, I'm re-uploading. I'm putting my YouTube video up there, or I'm sort of doing like native stuff. In the native LinkedIn app, Anthony. Tell our audience: is it portrait style? Is it widescreen style? Like what? Like how does that work?
It's vertical still, but I want to say a lot of people are cool with shooting it horizontal because they want that cinematic look. Both ways work on LinkedIn. But still, like if you're just doing natively and you're gonna do a walk and talk and you're just gonna hold your phone, you don't want to hold your phone horizontally. Just hold it vertically and go to town and make it happen.
Do you find a difference between the effectiveness of a vertical video versus a landscape video?
At this moment, I haven't really seen that. Like a lot of the LinkedIn creators, they'll just switch it around depending on what they're using to film their video that day.
Okay. All right. Kathy Fitt is logging in on YouTube. She says, I thought LinkedIn was only for jobs. Yeah. Isn't that interesting? I've heard that so many times that people view LinkedIn as still sort of a job finding site.
Like I can share quickly my success story on LinkedIn. Like when LinkedIn video first came out and I got that feature, I decided to go all out and get super creative and create a video resume. Because again, I'm like, LinkedIn is for jobs. It's like, LinkedIn profiles essentially looks like a resume. So I'm like, why not do a video resume? Because I don't like writing resumes. And so I experimented with that. I created a video resume and it hit 10,000 views.
Wow.
And besides that, I got 5 job interviews. I got a ton of clients from that. I did get a job from that. And so like it opened up the door. So all these opportunities, got tons of connections. And then for the next month or so, it was still going. It was still trending, which is really rare now because like a lot of the videos will last for about a week and then sort of disappear. But you can revive them by just going back and commenting or liking them. They'll start to appear back in someone's feed again.
Good.
Which is really interesting. I've tested that out where I'll just go back to old video content, like it myself or comment on it, and then I start seeing other people getting it in their feed, and then they can start commenting and liking it again.
Right. I've seen the same thing on Facebook. Nick, have you seen that on Facebook video where like you'll comment and the next thing you know, you got like 500 extra views by the end of the week?
Yeah.
Sure. I think that that something that I think that I'm getting from this conversation that I'm finding interesting about LinkedIn video is, like you're talking about, Anthony, and like Ross is saying, and I know that Jeremy Vest has told me before that there's a lot of views available on LinkedIn. Do you think that that's because there's not tons of competition there, or do you think
great
that
question.
they're like in terms of like discovery that they're just like really pushing out the video right now? Like what are your thoughts on that?
Oh yes, it's definitely that. I talked with Goldie Chan at VidCon, and she mentioned Goldie Chan is like the #1 person on LinkedIn. She posts every single day of new video. She gets brand deals on LinkedIn now, like sponsored brand deal videos. And she's actually created a really great course about LinkedIn video that you can find on LinkedIn. And so she's been to their offices a lot, and she's like their poster child. And so she mentioned how in LinkedIn headquarters, they have like this wall like of videos of everyone's videos that they're uploading.
Yeah.
Which is sort of creepy at the same time, but cool. Like, like it's showing that LinkedIn is caring, like it's putting forth the work and is studying it and looking at it. When I looked at the analytics of my video resume, most of the people that watched it were LinkedIn employees. Because again, that was like the very first week that LinkedIn video came out. So they were just scoping out to see what had been done.
Sure.
But yes, LinkedIn is pushing those videos out to people. And I would say like a very low number of people are actually creating video content on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And so there isn't that much competition. And then right now it sort of feels like to bring up the past, like Vine, in the sense that a lot of LinkedIn people create videos. We collaborate with each other and we create our own themes and we go off of that. Right now, there's a theme called Let's Be Honest.
Okay,
so
that's interesting.
All of us are creating our own video around that theme, around that hashtag, and then just sort of sharing and commenting and building each other up.
Okay, so you brought up a ton there, guys. And remember, if you're hearing a great truth bomb, use the hashtag bomb in the comment section. We're going to pick one lucky winner, and we're going to give away a free thing today. So Anthony Ambriz is a LinkedIn expert. Want to say what's up, Air 5, to our audience watching live on Facebook and on YouTube. We've got like 35 viewers on Facebook right now, which is really exciting to see you guys here. And we hope that you'll type 5 into the comment section now to subscribe to the show. Anthony, you mentioned that there's like these trends that happen, right? There's these sort of, let's be honest, is what you like. How do we find out about those? How do we stay on like the cutting edge and be part of the community so that when these things happen, we can start creating videos right away?
Yeah. So with that, it's like you'll start getting fed those videos right away. And so as soon as you see the hashtags, like those hashtags, you'll see that they're pretty unique. And a lot of the creators are using those hashtags to sort of mark their content. Sorry, getting a call on my watch here. They're like, that's the way that they're sort of logging all their content so you can see it again. For instance, Goldie does, what does she do? She does Daily Gold. Q, which is another great creator on LinkedIn, he does Just Q. So every LinkedIn creator has their own hashtag and emoji that fits with them. And so once you follow those main ones, they're sort of the ones that are setting those trends and saying like, here's the theme for this month or for this week. And it's just going to them. And oftentimes you can say, the first one you can do, if you're going to upload a video for the first time, you can do hashtag my first LinkedIn video.
Okay. That's great.
And right away, like everyone who's creating video content on LinkedIn will look at that and start giving you some love right away.
So should I do that if at my 25th video, or does it start to get like sort of old at that point? Do you lose your street cred?
Well, if it's not your first LinkedIn video, don't use the hashtag.
So there's a question that came in here from Carol Miller. She says, do you think that it makes sense to go live on LinkedIn when it's informational rather than selling a product? She says that she does a daily quote on Facebook Live. Uh-oh, I just lost it here. But it's short, like 3 minutes. Is that acceptable for LinkedIn?
So when people are creating on LinkedIn, I would say try to do one video a week.
Okay.
Just to get the hang of it, and then do it for 1 minute. Do a 1 minute video, and start it that way. As you start to see momentum where people are coming to watch a video and sharing it and liking it, then you can start extending how the length of the video, like going 2-3 minutes, 5. There hasn't been a lot of long form content as of yet.
Yeah.
I think the only person that's created a long video has been Judy Fox. She created like a 10-minute video just because Evan Carmichael challenged her to do it.
Yeah, Judy Fox was on a panel on LinkedIn Video at Video Marketing World. I got to meet her there. What a firecracker. In fact, somebody tagged Judy Fox. I'm going to tag, I can't because I'm logged into my page. Tag Judy Fox, bring her into this conversation. We'd love to hear from her. She's actually going to be a guest on the show in a few weeks, talk about her strategies.
She's awesome.
For LinkedIn Video. If you're just joining us, you're watching the Business of Video podcast. We're talking with Anthony Ambriz, a LinkedIn video expert. I want to get to your 3 big tips, but there's still some groundwork I want to lay.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Who are the LinkedIn video influencers that we should be following? You mentioned a few. Can we just sort of name drop a little bit here? Tell us who should we be following?
Yeah, so Goldie Chan, definitely you should be on your list. Follow her. Quentin Alums, or Just Q is what he goes by. If you just type in hashtag Just Q, you should find his content.
Okay.
The other people that I like to follow personally is Travis. I think Howley is how you say his last name.
How do you spell it?
He's from Hawley.
Got it.
And he's I think he's in the marketing department for Viral Nation. That's like an influencer marketing thing. He does a lot of great, he does like a news type of show where he's talking about latest trends in
I'm all about
marketing
that.
And advertising. So he has some great content there. Eric Didier, I think that's how you say his last name. I'm not very good with last names, you guys.
How do you spell it?
His last name, you spell it Didier.
DJ, maybe it's Didier, maybe it's France, So I'm putting these into the comment section right now. There you go. There you go.
And that's why a lot of people are sort of creating these monikers with their hashtags, so it's easier to find them.
That's a truth bomb right there. Is use a hashtag as a moniker, and I don't know what that means per se, but I like to say it. I do. It's a true thing.
Judy Fox is Fox Rocks.
Got it. Okay, so you're creating, sort of these branded tags to bring people, familiarize people with your content. Want to say what's up to Desmond Soon logging in. He says, what's happening, Owen, Nick, and Anthony? Great show so far. He's been handling a lot of LinkedIn content for Dan Locke's LinkedIn. Guys, follow Dan Locke and what he's doing. Nice. Phenomenal content creator over there. And if you're enjoying the content that you're hearing on the show today, consider sharing this video on your timeline right now. We had a question come in from Alan Graham Medcraft, who's actually never created a video, which is very interesting, Alan. I think you should probably jump on that. Just kidding. He has a ton of subscribers. He says, would you use LinkedIn video for vlogging? Our vlogs are about business, and we give business-related tips. They're about 15 to 30 minutes, though. Your thoughts on we talked about the time length, but what about vlogging? Is that viable on LinkedIn?
I think it is, because it goes into that brand awareness and into the personal story. You see Gary Vaynerchuk, he put some of his daily V's on LinkedIn. But I would definitely suggest not doing a full 10-minute, 30-minute right away. and just getting snippets, getting the hooks of your vlog that really stand out, or the truth bombs or value bombs that are in there. You're just like, all right, like this is like where we go into a really great topic in the vlog. And then use it as a way to generate traffic outside of LinkedIn and taking them back to your YouTube channel as well.
How does LinkedIn feel about how does LinkedIn feel about linking out to YouTube channels and to, you know, opt-in pages and sort of those conversion assets that as business owners, as entrepreneurs, we love so much?
As of right now, I haven't seen people taking hits on that. One of the most famous people that just share content from all over the internet is Guy. And so like he's always sharing articles all day, every day from wherever, and he still gets a ton of attention on LinkedIn and on his posts.
That's Guy Kawasaki?
Yeah.
And you're talking about in his video.
Well, not his video. I'm just saying like just content in general. So linking out is okay. If you are going to link out within your video, just put it in the comments and you should be fine. You could still put it in the description, and I haven't seen anyone get dinged for that. So
okay, so
to reference people out.
So
things.
Like on Facebook, what we'll do is we'll put the link in the comment section. And because we don't want Facebook to sort of jack us on the SEO part of it. So you're saying that on LinkedIn video, you can go ahead and put the link in the description, and you haven't seen a decrease in reach because of that?
Yeah, I still see people doing that. I don't see it affecting them. No one's really said anything about that. So I'm still doing that. So
good to know. Good to know.
Nice.
What are your questions about LinkedIn video? Ask us in the comment section. We've got Anthony Ambriz. He is a LinkedIn video expert. Anthony, if you had to sum up all of your knowledge in LinkedIn video into 3 solid tips, what are the tips that you would give our audience to help them start and manage their LinkedIn video campaigns?
Yeah, for sure. So the first thing is that before any of you out there get excited and start uploading video, please optimize your LinkedIn profile, because that is your landing page on LinkedIn. Like that's the big thing. Like if someone's posting video content, you're going to get the attention, and then they're going to go to your profile. And if they see there's no image, or they see that you haven't done anything on your profile, they're not going to trust you. You're going to lose that authority. You're going to lose some of that love. So definitely optimize your profile. And I would say some quick tips to optimize your profile, just basic stuff, like a solid header that looks nice, a very nice profile picture, get a nice headshot. We all have great smartphones that take great portrait shots now. You know, have a friend become a photographer for a day. Your headline should be solid. It should say what you're about and what you've done. So bring in a little hook of what you've been able to do. With mine as an example, like I say, I've brought in 20 million in sales for my clients. Like that's a very good talking point for people. And I've gotten a lot of messages about that. Getting asked like, what do you mean? Like, what did you do? A solid summary. And then also in your profile, you have a section where you can add media. So if you have like another video from another platform, you can post it there. If you have links to websites, landing pages, you can post them all in there and get some good media, ebooks, things like that. You can post them in that section.
Okay, we got a great question on that. So tip number 1 is update your personal profile, okay? Yeah. And have a great looking header. And actually what I've heard is that your header banner should show people what it is you want to happen. So if you're a speaker and you want to get speaking gigs, you should be speaking in your banner. If you want to be doing consulting, you should show a picture of people consulting. Kind of a neat tip there. But we've got a question coming in from Alan Graham Metcalf, who doesn't have any cute babies in his house. He's saying,
None.
None, yeah, 0. Should we build a business profile or build a personal profile on LinkedIn? Great question, Alan.
So right now, I think it's always better to go personal. Like even with Facebook, I like to do more of my business on my personal stuff because organic wise, it works really well. LinkedIn company pages, there's only one LinkedIn company page that I know like crushes it, and that's Google's.
Yeah.
Besides that, like I don't even think LinkedIn's company page is any good. So with a company page, there have been some LinkedIn creators that have started to create company pages with their own names, so almost making them like Facebook fan pages of sorts. And that's Michaela Alexis. And I haven't talked to her too much about how that's working for her and what that's like. But yeah, I mean, I focus on your personal profile, and because that's where you're getting those connections. That's where people get to connect with you. You can then message each other. You can form real relationships.
Yeah, so we got a couple more questions coming in. Brian Kelly, and then we actually had someone else ask the same question. I want to give her credit for asking this question earlier, because Jenny Dawson Coleman, we heard one of our one of our viewers say that he goes live on LinkedIn, but can you actually go live on LinkedIn?
I haven't played with like a full-on live feature. I just know you can do your video natively.
Yeah.
And that's essentially how people are sort of going live. But like I don't ever get that someone is live.
Right.
I don't like it doesn't really do anything like that at the moment.
I think when we talk about our, like when we go live on LinkedIn, what we really mean is that's like video speak, right? It's you upload the video, the video's live, right?
Yeah.
So typically when we talk about live video, we're talking about the video is ready for public consumption, or you talk about live, it means like uncut, right? Like unedited. And that's kind of, I think, what's happening. I'm seeing a lot of that on LinkedIn video. It's the walk and talks. And then, do you want to get that? Did you want to? Oh, no, you're good? You good? You want to finish the show? Okay, that'd be awesome. I'm teasing him. I want you guys to know, Anthony and I go way back. We're buds. So
this is live. This is live, right?
Yeah, exactly. Can we cut that? Can we cut Owen being a jerk out of this part of the show? So going live sort of means that. We had another question that came in. I think it came from Airsoft Nation, my good buddy Graham Hoffman is saying, should we go live? What about going live in groups? Is Facebook groups like even a thing anymore?
I've wondered that myself. I've actually, when I've been at conferences and talked to people, I say, send me a group that you're in on LinkedIn that's very active, and I'll join it because I haven't found one. So, like, yeah, I haven't found a great LinkedIn group to join, to be honest. Like, Facebook groups are just killing it, crushing it, and that's where it's at for me. LinkedIn groups.
Brian Kelly,
the dive if you want.
Brian Kelly, who is my new best friend, just posted an article about I watched my first LinkedIn live video the other day. So it looks like live streaming video on LinkedIn is at least available for some, and it's definitely something that you guys want to be on the lookout for, especially if you're a video content creator already. Stephanie Lou is asking, and by the way, guys, I'm loving the questions. I love when you guys have these honest to goodness questions coming in. These are fantastic. Stephanie Lou, who's one of my favorite live streamers, says, have you ever created a LinkedIn article and then embedded the live video? So I believe she's talking about Pulse. Would LinkedIn audiences engage with that? Now, Stephanie, I used to do that a lot, sort of back in the day. Anthony, I'd love to have your advice on that. Embedding a LinkedIn video into a LinkedIn article. Is that a strategy that you've seen work?
So I've been writing some articles, and I haven't been seeing that feature available, even though I can embed I can copy and embed link from the LinkedIn video. So like there's all these like weird disconnects going on LinkedIn because it's again, LinkedIn video is only a little over a year, so it's barely getting into becoming a toddler, right? So there's a lot of inconsistencies. So for some people don't have captions yet, some do. Some people might have live streaming, some don't. Some people can actually embed, some can't. It's sort of like things are rolling out here and there, or just things glitching on any given day, and that's just what it's like if you're in the Wild West, right? So, But one thing I have noticed, if you're, oh, go on.
No, I was just going to say for people that are wanting to get into video on LinkedIn, like what are some main things that they need to make sure that they're focusing on in terms of either the content or the video length or whatever it is, but some things that they need to make sure that without question, hey, I'm going to start uploading videos like as soon as this stream is over, as an example. Like, what would you tell that person? To just a few things to make sure that they are doing without question every single time they upload a video.
Yeah, definitely. It comes back to what I talked about at the beginning, is knowing what your main goal and theme that you're going to go after. So your videos going to be about brand awareness? Are they going to be about thought leadership? Or are they going to be about lead gen? Pick that. After that, pick your style. So is your style going to be an interview with someone else, which is great to do at our conference? Like, I saw that happening at Video Marketing World. Everywhere in the halls, just people interviewing each other, making great LinkedIn content.
Yeah.
Doing walk and talks. Those are great style and very easy to do. Doing like how-to content, frequently asked questions, and then going into like just telling a story of what happened. Like at the beginning of this podcast, we saw Owen talk about Spirit Airlines. That would be great LinkedIn video content.
Done.
Like a nice little rant on just one topic. Got a train going by now. This is live.
It's like, welcome to live, folks. Yeah, the train's going by. Wife's calling. She's like, why are you doing interviews when you haven't made the bed? No, your wife is lovely, by the way. I haven't met her in person. I've only seen some of the video stuff. Great question coming in from Josh Coulter and being seconded by Esther Renee Brandon. Esther, great to see you. And I want to remind you guys, if you want to subscribe to the show, type 5 in the comment section right now if you're watching on Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube and you're not already subscribed to the channel, click that big old red subscribe button so that you don't fall behind but move ahead in the business of video marketing. Josh is asking, any thoughts on how to use these strategies when your show is a side hustle as opposed to your main profession? What are your thoughts on that, Anthony Ambriz, LinkedIn expert?
Yeah, I mean, just set up your content calendar like you would for any other platform, right? And just say one video a week. Start one video a week, 1 minute video, boom.
I can't wait to do that. We need to start.
Have you found that there's because you're saying to do one video a week? Have you found that one video a week is like a great place to start? But we found that if you get if you're on three videos a week or 4 videos a week, that you're getting a lot more traction from that, or is it pretty much the same regardless of how much content you're putting out?
So there is a difference. So I mean there is a difference
in terms of like
Yeah, the more content you put out, there is going to be. You're right in the middle, Owen. Yeah, the more content you put out, like the more chance that your video is going to go to people's feeds. A quick little hack, right, that you can do is if you're only going to do one video, upload that video again later in the week.
Interesting.
Like, LinkedIn is not going to ding you for doubling up on the same piece of content. And in fact, when you re-upload it, try changing the title on the description. Try changing the description a little bit. Try other hashtags. I've done that like back to back within the same hour and seeing a different audience seeing that video. Because LinkedIn is not going to share it to every single one of your connections. It's going to share it to people that they feel will benefit from it or would watch it. And then also you'll notice they removed this analytic, but they used to show like it went to your first connection, then it went to your second connections.
Yeah.
I don't know why they removed that, but you want to get your video to start appearing on second connections. So people who aren't connected to you, because then that's when it'll really take off.
Okay, fantastic. Arthur Moorhead is asking, is LinkedIn also limiting the personal connection reach just like Facebook? Great question. So are there like reach parameters on LinkedIn video?
I mean, sort of like it's like your limit for, I think, people connecting with people on LinkedIn is what, 35,000 is like where it cuts you off, and then people will be able to follow you after that. And so, yeah, like you can double up on the content and different people will see it. The same person will not see that you posted the same video twice.
And because
unless they were a deep dive into your profile.
LinkedIn doesn't have like a feed, like a stream, right? Like I can't really go to your stream, like your timeline. and see everything that you've posted, correct?
It does, but it's sort of hidden. Like you have to go into the profile and then you have to click on activity, and then it'll show content by posts and by activity, and you can try to find what people are posting or where people are talking to other people that way. Yeah. But people don't go that far.
Yeah, I've never really seen that either. You know, like it's not as available as it is on, say, YouTube, where you can see the latest uploads, or Facebook, where you can see everything that creator or that person has posted. On LinkedIn, it's kind of like what matters is right now, right? It's what you're posting right now, and that's a huge advantage.
And where the engagement is coming from too. Like, so that's why I say if you start with one video, try to get as much engagement as you can to that video. Yeah. Continuously comment, like, start conversations, tag people, and be like, hey, what do you think of this? Yeah. Do all that stuff to get as much attention as you can to that video throughout the week.
Fantastic. Anthony, your 3 big tips, sum them up for us again. We've sort of talked about all of them today. Sum them up for us in 20 seconds or less. Your 3 big tips for LinkedIn video marketing.
So before you make a bunch of noise with just posting videos on there, optimize your profile. Don't send invites to your party and then not have the party. Like the house party is condemned. Like, no, make sure the profile is good. Then next, if you're going to repurpose content, have a goal in mind. Go from those 3 themes of being brand awareness, thought leadership, or lead gen. And the third one that I haven't gotten to yet is look at your analytics for that content, because you get 3 great pieces of information from those analytics. One is what company is watching your content, what role they have in that company, and where they're from. And the things that these 3 things teach you is that now you can tag that company in your content. Now you can hashtag those roles. So if there's salespeople, do hashtag sales advice, hashtag salespeople, or hashtag sales. Yeah. And then if you know where they're watching from, now you know the best time to post, which will be morning time for that time zone.
That's great. That's fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Anthony Ambriz, LinkedIn video expert. Anthony, thanks for coming on the show today, and I hope that you'll come back again and update us as things continue to evolve on LinkedIn.
Always.
Great to have you, man. We'll see you at Vid Summit. Another amazing show in the can. Wow. Really great stuff, Nick. Did you learn some new stuff today?
Absolutely. Learned again another kick in the behind about, hey, dude, you need to get on LinkedIn. Hey, man, you need to get on LinkedIn. Like, my profile's a disaster. I pulled it up while we were sitting here talking, and my profile's a disaster. I got like some Instagram videos that I like re-uploaded there. I mean, 500 views on one of them. So, it's heading in the right direction, right? Yeah. But it's just kind of like another, bright light shining you in the face saying, hey, dude, get your stuff together here and get on LinkedIn.
That is right on with me, and I've already started to try to trickle that stuff in. Hey, are you uploading on LinkedIn? Let me know in the comment section. And you know what? Go to LinkedIn and add me. Connect with me. Like, I'm active-ish there. It's one of my main profiles. I don't spend a lot of time there. Part of the reason, Nick, is because it's so businessy, and I like that, but YouTube and Facebook a little more fun, you know what I mean? And so when it's a little more fun, you can play with it a little bit better. Would love to hear from you on that. Jacob Wira gave us some euro over here on our super chat on YouTube, so thank you so much for that. Now, can we get a drum roll? Do we have a drum roll? We've got to pick a winner. We got to pick a winner for the Owen video hat here. You don't have the drum roll and the sound effects? Oh my gosh, she's amazing, folks. She's like 99% today. It's that drum roll really kind of throws the whole thing off. Our winner of the Owen video hat today is Sabby BG. Sabby BG, what your Indian abroad. You have just won. There, that's right. Give it up. Give it up for Sabby. See, Melissa, you have totally redeemed yourself. Great to have you participating. Sabby is watching us on YouTube today. He's a very active participant over there. We had a lot of people contributing to the bomb campaign today. Remember to join us again next week. We're going to do another giveaway next week. It may not be a hat, it might be a shirt, it might be a ring light, it might be a mic flag. You'll have to log in to find out. Phenomenal guest next week, Jeffrey Gittimer is going to be on the show. Nationally recognized author, sales leader, champion, and somewhat of a personal mentor to me. Can't wait to have him on the show. Sabby, reach out to me personally with some mailing address, and we'll get this to you. I know you're in Canada, so I'm sure it'll cost me $1,000 plus some GDPR frickin', certifications. But I'm happy to do it for you, Sabby BG, and thank you guys for watching the Business of Video podcast. Great show today. We'll see you next week.
Thank you for listening to the Business of Video podcast. If you like the show, give us a review on iTunes or share this episode on social media now. Join us next time on Facebook Live. Just visit businessofvideopodcast.com and subscribe to the newsletter updates. This podcast is brought to you by Tuber Tools and BizTubeAcademy.com.